Hi there. Today we're going to present you the new 800 series from Avant. We have two 860 models here. The one over here has the GT cab, the all new cab installed. Also has pretty much all the options you can get to the loader. And the other over here is with Rob's Fob's open cab machine. Both of them, they have the same boom. They can lift 1.9 tons with ease, and they can lift it to 3.5 meters of height. They can do 30 kilometers an hour of travel speed, so they can travel longer distances within cities, or if you just have longer distances to travel, they're perfect for that. They both have the 57 horsepower Kohler engine, which is a stage 5 solution. Then they also have 80 liters per minute for auxiliary flow. All right, let's have a look how the engine room looks. Here we have the 1.9 liter Kohler turbocharged and intercooled diesel engine. It has 57 horsepower and 225 Newton meters of torque. It does have a particle filter for our stage 5 solution. It is here under the covers, but however it does not have a urea or any form of diesel exhaust fluid, so it is very simple for the operator to use. So here we have the boom of the 800 series, and as you can see, you got loads of reach as well as lifting height with this new 800 series. The boom itself is solely designed for the 800 series, so it's a lot more sturdy. It also has 2 cylinders for crowding the bucket upwards, so there's loads of power also for that. Right, let's go and check out the cab. All right, here we are inside the new GT cab. So getting in and out from this cab is now quite easy. You have good handlebars from both sides of the cab, and also the storage solutions are quite good in the cab. So you got a lot of places to put your cell phone or pens or whatever you have with you when you're in the cab. Bottles, things like that. It's easy to keep with you. Let's go and check out how it drives. First thing you notice when you get into the GT cab, that it is very quiet in here. So the cab itself is isolated from the rest of the machine with some rubber isolators. So all of the vibrations and the sound from the engine, the hydraulics are not transferred directly into the cab. And that makes it a lot more comfortable for longer periods. Then there is a lot of glass in the cab, so you can see really well to the attachment. The lower part of the windscreen is really big. There's also a roof window, so when you lift the boom all the way up, you can see also sitting in here, you don't have to reach over to see where the forklift is, for instance. Also the B pillar over here is a lot smaller than in our previous cabs, and it just makes it that much easier to look backwards, and you can easily see also the rear of the machine. The heater has a lot of power, and it has 4 outlets on the roof and 1 for your feet, so you can get a lot of heat to the windows, and also you have a lot of heat coming into the foot as well, so even in cold conditions your feet won't get cold. There's all sorts of options available for the GT cab, so you can get the road light kit, for example, which you can use to drive the machine on the street legally. And you have work light kits available. You have the beacon. You can get it also with the 4 separate lights like they are here, so that they don't make the machine any higher. I have air conditioning is an option as well, air suspended seat, radio with Bluetooth, and so on. And here we have the open cab ROPS FOPS roll bar version of the 860. This is also a very good option, especially if you have job sites where you're running in and out doors all the time, so it's a lot more handy for that. Or if you have, normally the job sites are such that you have to get in and out of the cab all the time. The visibility on the open cab version is of course better, even compared to the cab machine, and many say that the work feeling and so on is a little bit improved when you have the open cab version. Okay, next we can have a look how the display looks, what kind of information is available from it. The display itself with its all information is completely the same in the open ROPS FOPS machine as well as in the GT cab. The display has a lot of information available, and this is the main display what I have on here right now. You can see on the top here you got different information from ambient temperature to the diesel usage per hour currently. You have the machine hours over here, and you have the time of day. Then on the left here you have a diagram which is showing how much you're lifting with the boom, and it will also warn you if you're trying to lift too much. Then over here the round dial is the engine RPM, and in the middle here you have the liters per minute for the auxiliary, which is affected if you have 1 or 2 pumps selected to the auxiliary hydraulics. On the far right you have the diesel gauge, and additional to this there's also buttons here on the lower side where you can press, for instance, from the information screen. It'll display here all the information available from the vehicle itself, and so everything available from that. And you press the same info button again, it'll display all the information from the engine ECU data. So there's from the control unit you can see a lot of information. You press that the 3rd time and it'll display you all the information from the DPF, the particle filter data. So this will give you all the information you need regarding any regeneration. In normal use you don't need to know about this information, but if you like you can look at it over here. But when you go back to the main screen over here, this is the most relevant data for your day-to-day use. On Avant, the driver is sitting on the front frame of the machine. So the machine is divided into 2 parts of the frame, the front frame and the rear frame. In the middle you have the articulation joint. You're closer to the attachment and closer to the work you're doing when you're on the front frame. So that when you have the best possible visibility to the attachment and to the work you're doing, you can do the most accurate work. In addition to this, the driver is just close, but also the boom itself is off center. So when you're lifting the boom up, you still have complete visibility. You can just watch straight forward with ease. There's nothing hindering the view to the work or to where you're loading your materials onto.